As the sun starts to set, we're going to see how much light is left by the end of this early evening game here on the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between these road warriors and the Seattle Seahawks.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
Ball is teed up. Joshua Carney to do the honors. And we're underway from Seattle. Brown with a return here. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Get up. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
He's got it on the bootleg. Bails out of the pocket quick. It's intercepted on the first play of the game. And the Rams are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession. Well, Brock, I highly doubt all the plays will go as well as that one. But this coverage starts off the game with a major W.
That's all you could ask for right there. You come out so focused, so dialed into your game plan. You start this game strong, and you quickly throw a wrench into their opening script on the other side. That starts to play head games, and it certainly gives your defense a ton of confidence. Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
60 Maverick.
Throwing on seconds. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Quarterback of his renowns. Kate, I'm not surprised at all to see him throw it into double coverage early. And that incompletion, well, it's just going to fuel his confidence that much more to keep forcing it.
Go street. Fix the Eagle. Fix the Eagle. Warriors 70. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
From the gun on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
It's no good. It had the leg, but his aim wide right. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
Cougar 19. Let's go now. Viking 18. 60 Eagles.
Now movement as somebody goes early. And for the first time today, we're going to hear from our officials. One of the most common penalties in the sport. And the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards.
On the set.
They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Come on. Set. 60 Vikes.
And they're going to throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield.
Guys, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He can take it to the house.
Here we go. Here we go.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Set. Cougar 19 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Ready.
Walker trying to run for the first. He's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
I love that call on third down because it just gives you options. The best third down teams are teams that do just that. Right? They give you options. You don't let the defense dictate to you. You look at what they're giving you, and you take advantage of them.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45.
19-18. Ready.
Back to throw. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Ready? 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
Running left, here's Walker. They shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down.
Let's go. Watch out. Cavity Lion. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Street. Set. Hurt. Riggs. Check smash. Hey, smash. Go street.
We got it.
Drawing up the design keeper. Sharp running here. He's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Hey. 70 Timberwolf. Rig it.
Walker running to the right. And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 6-0 lead in the 1st quarter. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Your mind is out of bounds. It's telling you that you're talking about thoughts and memories that's happening now, like overseas. You feel alive, like you can't have enough. You probably feel paralyzed, like you can't have you still feel paralyzed above central.
Okay.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2.
Deputy. 70.
Throwing from the gun. Hits his running back. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball, right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
They'll come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Leading. Panther 11, Panther 11. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
They're going to try and throw it here. Short pass brought in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. 2nd and 3 now.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cut 19, cut 19. Mustang 19. Trap 60, trap 60.
Still sticking with the passing game. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He gets 6 on that play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Got it. Ready?
1st down from the 42.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Check smash. Check smash. 18, Pioneer. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Throwing it again here. Throw left side caught by Douglas. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. Let's examine this flag. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Viking 18. 79 Broncos. 18 Rattler. 18 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
They are throwing it again. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete.
And I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he could do it right there.
Fire pass, no good, so here comes 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. 70 Lions. Warriors, 70.
He's going to throw it again. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Let's go. Buffalo 18. 19 Lions. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready, ready.
Third and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
An early deficit means you lose the runway to slowly get your offense up to speed. This offense got to get going. That incompletion won't help.
So as they face fourth down, on comes Corey Bajorquez to kick. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. So that one looked like it didn't make it to midfield, and yep, that's correct. They're marking it out beyond the 45 with shorts of the midfield logo. Ball just a yard shy of midfield, 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. 19, 18. Hey, hey.
Here's Walker running right. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive. Never a pause you want to make, partner. A player injured on that snap, and it is their running back, Kenneth Walker, who's being looked at. After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70, go.
Brown on the inside give. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Ready, ready. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Set, hey. Ready.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. This time it's a passing play. He's got it over the middle. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. 7-0 is our score. Back to Seattle after this. About set for the 2nd quarter. Seahawks football here. They've got 3rd down well inside field goal range. Throwing the out route complete. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Manages a gain of 3 there. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Get it. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Check, 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 check.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And this will be stopped after a nice 6-yard pickup there on 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, really break the backs of the defense.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Ready.
They'll run again with Brown. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stopped just a little bit shy of the marker.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. And third and short.
And he's going to have enough for the 1st down, not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And we've got a tough QB.
That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. So Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks double their lead to 14.
Michael Dixon to kick off.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
On the jump.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Lightning, trap 50, trap 60. 13, 5 here. Go.
They'll come out throwing. Connects on the crosser. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yeah, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Taking a shot deep here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now they face 2nd and long.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Throwing now, another shotgun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Really had to find a way to get that short completion because now you're staring at 3rd and extra long. That's a place no QB in this league wants to be.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Victoria, 17. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just
trying to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. And they're going to score. It's a pick 6 for Seattle. Ooh, partner, this has gotten out of hand early. That pick 6, the latest play, pushing us towards a blowout.
Yeah, everything has gone in their favor so far. You don't see a lot of blowouts in the NFL. It takes this kind of combination, right? Both in personnel and in every phase of the game.
That's one right down the middle. And the Seahawks stretch their lead to 21.
21. Rams, nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Brings in the kick at the 9. This makes it up to the 25.
Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Here we go, here we go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Mustang 19.
Back to the air following that pick 6. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. And let that pass rush get home.
Takes the second down snap. He'll put everything he's got behind it. That's grabbed inside the 30. And that is a touchdown. The Rams start to fight back with their first points of this game.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams get it back to a 14-point game.
Rams 7. Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Brown with a return here. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Hold it ready.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
Ready.
Here's Brown. He's got the drive. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Into the hands of Tucker. Complete. And he's going to be hauled out on a gain across midfield down inside the 45-yard line. They get 27 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Let's go. Cougar 19. Ready.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Rolling out to his left. He'll get this to Tucker. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Get 22 out of that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Roll.
A give left side to Brown. Had some room to work, and he took advantage. Give him 7.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet. And let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Second and manageable. He's throwing. That's taken in by Tucker. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. This one goes for 3 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Handoff headed left to Brown. And they shove him out. Looks like he got about 6 before they did so. It's second down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Cowboy 80.
Give on second is Brown. And they keep him out of the end zone. Can't even get beyond the line. Touchdown denied. Eighth play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going.
Ready? Hawk 70. Let go.
Quick throw outside, complete. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks both racing them to the halftime locker room. hold it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Dixon to kick off.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10.
Viking 18. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They'll throw to begin this drive. Escapes the pocket. Throws this one deep down the right side. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. He'll take the interception back inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds.
You could feel them, Kate. You could feel the convoy. They're going. They thought they might have another one, but unfortunately, not another touchdown. But you know what? Not going to stop them from celebrating in another big game-changing play.
1st down now, ball at the 33.
Here we go. Here we go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Now here he goes. And that's incomplete, but I do see some laundry on the field. Let's see what this flag is all about. Offense tagged for the penalty there as they walk off the distance. So not just the yardage, Brock, but the illegal forward pass also cost them the down. It's 2nd and long.
19, Charger, 9.
They're throwing it. Man downfield, and he finds London. He's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck.
Gain of 18. That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down.
60 Maverick.
1st and
60
10 at the
Maverick.
20-yard line.
19 Lion.
Looking inside the red zone. Brought in right side. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
76. Hurt. Street. 19 Tiger. Hurt. Ready.
They'll try and punch it in. And he gets up for a gain of about 4. Offensive line fast.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Rig alert.
Here's a design run. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Seahawks get more points to end a lopsided 1st half. They broke out the design run from there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
Back up. Grab goal 80. Dragon 60.
Get up. Motion.
Looking to throw. He's trying to go deep again. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Trent McDuffie in to pick it off. And the Seahawks do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff.
Now is Dixon to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
First down 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Rams ready for this one. Here's first and 10. Drive start to the quick throw left, complete. 8-11 up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Still to go here. This is second down.
Here we go. Strike. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Panther 11. Panther 11. Mustang 19. Ready.
Here's a throw. He puts some juice on a deep throw. They connect on the deep shot. They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Running back motions right. Working on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. Still going to the 30. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Rams have the first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, then go to work after.
19 tight. 19 tight.
Throwing it again here. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Here we go. Here we go. 70 Lions. Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready, ready.
They are throwing it again. At the goal line. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2. That sets up first and goal. And for somebody who's been picked up like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. We're in a double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
4 downs to get this across. Here's first and goal.
2.
Complete on the options. Touchdown. The Rams cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Brown with a return here. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. He put everything he had into this one. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches. That heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one, where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be hauled down on the gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
The 1st down carry for Brown. Nothing doing here as he only manages the arm.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He tucks it and takes off. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. I'll say this as well, like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
Go!
He's going to throw this one. All the left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Has it at the 7. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They've got 3 tight ends on this 1st and goal, thinking run or play action.
65, come on.
From the red zone on 1st. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Moving quickly, trying to get set.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Ready?
Brown, and he takes this one in for a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks keeping the pedal floored and adding 6 more. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks continue piling onto this lead. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
At their own 20-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
19 Tiger.
Now throw to start the drive. Complete out to the right side. He did well on that play, but might have had some early help. We've got a flag down. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Dumps it off to his running back. And this defense bringing the hammer down, driving him backwards through the 9.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Let's see what they dial up on a second and very long.
Liking, 18. They pass. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bob. Mustang 19. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kane Medrano makes the play. They're going to score. It's a pick 6 for Seattle. Went to the oh well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Yeah, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future. They had somebody there waiting for it that time.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. He fields it from the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Rams have the first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
On the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Panther 11, Panther 11.
They'll bring the tight end left. Throwing from the gun. Finds a man right side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On the jump.
2nd and 3 now.
Ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Buffalo 18. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Go.
They're going to throw out of the gun. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception and just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Red. Bronco 80. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready.
He's going to throw it. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. Brought in inside the 20. And this gets the whole way down to the 11-yard line.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready.
From the red zone now. Brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Here we go, shot. 70 Lions. Hurt. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Sticking to the air here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's Rams football, and they're probably ready to just get this final quarter over with. Seventh play of the drive now as they need a yard here on 3rd down. And they send their back in motion right. Turning Hunter on 3rd down. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
It's weird saying it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I'm going to give a lot of credit to that runner, even though it didn't gain a yard. It actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on 4th down. Quick throw, finds him out right. And in he goes for the touchdown. The Rams making the scoreboard look a touch better. A second touchdown through the air for Grock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in 1 game.
1 touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separations and the preparations, doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Starting at the 10. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10.
Warrior 70. Come on, set. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Takes the handoff, now to throw. Headed out right. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there, and that brings up 2nd down.
You know, it looked like things fell apart a little bit as he left the pocket, just not on the same page with his targets as they adjusted their routes. And that's really what led to the incompletion.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it, 2nd and 10.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 back, 60 back, Buffalo 18.
Pass play now. And downfield, and he finds London. And they had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield. Offense in a hurry up here.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Watch that in. Viking 18, go!
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
Go! 60 Bison, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Under crunch. Ready?
They'll give up the gut to Walker. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
34-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Broncos. Tag. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Rolling from the gun here. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. That's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Seahawks bringing out the punt team. And thankfully, he hasn't been needed until the final quarter. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away.
And taken. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10.
Viking 18. Panther 11. Panther 11. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Come out throwing. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's tackled downfield, but look back where that flag rests. Yep, we got a flag in the backfield. I don't think this one's going to stand.
Cougar 19. 18, Pioneers. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
Back to throw. That's He's raw, tempos free. And the Seahawks have it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
In a situation like that, I mean, this is perfect situational football. Offensively, just get out of your own end zone. But those defenses, they can just smell it. It's like they taste it. And they know you've got your back against the wall. They're aggressive. They take the ball away. That is a win.
And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks keep running away with this. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young, Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's going to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, going empty as they come to the line. It's first and 10.
Warriors 70. Here we go. Here we go. 77. Cut 19. Cut 19.
They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Finds him over the middle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 32-yard line.
19 Lions.
Second down, looking for options. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short?
Let's go now. Cowboys 79 Broncos. Mustang 19. 18 Runner. 18 Runner.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just moments before he's able to break it across midfield. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
Purple 80. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They are throwing it again. Finds him on the crossing route. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
I'll say this, Kate, this quarterback's got some courage right there. He throws it into double coverage, and he's got a guy there in coverage who's already picked him off, and he don't care. I don't like that gunslinging attitude, but you better be careful the next time around.
Hand off on second and short. And he'll get them enough for a first down. Dose of the hurry up here.
For a Rams first down. A gain of a yard. And a Tokyo first down.
Buffalo 18. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
They'll throw it here on first. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
Motion, motion, motion.
Go!
Another throw here on second down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're into the drop-in. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the third row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now third down is so much harder.
Cut 19! Cut 19! Trap 50! Trap 50!
Third and long for him here. Taking a chance to the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
There's a lot of studies done every offseason, Kate, about the best red zone offenses. And typically, it's about creative quarterbacks doing just what he tried to do right there in extending the play out of the pocket. The problem is there was just nowhere for him to go with the ball.
18 Cardinal! 18 Cardinal! 79 Broncos! Dragon 60! 18 Rattler! 18 Rattler! Mustang 19!
Desperation time here. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs. Following that incompletion, we see he's pretty shaken up after taking the hit on the throw. They're out to look at him now. They go play action on first down. Taking a deep shot here. And he's got it. It's in close. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks throwing 6 more on the blowout.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
That's up and through for the point after. And the Seahawks continue adding on to that lead.
21. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10.
Nice, 18. Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here's the backup. First throw. Buys time, rolling right. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
He's going to throw again on second down. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Rams just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
To the air on third and long. We've got a screen to the running back. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still fourth down.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. First, second, third down, sometimes even fourth. but it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And he's going to call for the fair catch here at the 38-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
On the ready.
And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10.
Yep, ready.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that means a first set of downs for Seattle.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, now the best of them take advantage of it.
Go.
Design quarterback run here.
Here we go.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down.
Go 80.
We're drawn up for it. Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd.
Pat the 60.
So it's a win for the Seahawks. Well, Brock, I think it's safe to say that the top-ranked defense in the NFL probably going to take a couple of hits to its status after this one. We have not seen an opponent score against them like this very often, if at all, this season.
Yeah, I think what it shows you too, Kate, is even for an elite defense, there's still holes and weaknesses to be found and taken advantage of.
Yeah.
Took a whole bunch of effort, some great masterful game planning, but this offense found ways to score against a pretty salty defensive unit.
With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners as we say so long from Seattle.